Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Band Trading Cards. And we have a special guest for today. He is the creator of the trading card game called Galamons. And Galamons welcomes you into a world where monsters walk the earth. This is a game tailored both to tabletop gaming enthusiasts and to card collectors, encouraging you to immerse yourself into the rich lives of Galamons, each monster boosting its own powers and its own skills. A game quite unlike any other that you have ever played before. It features stages of monsters who transforms through the Power Stone cards that correspond to each monster's type. There are also 7 distinct spell cards and will increase soon. It is now on Kickstarter. The initial goal was to raise 5,746 US dollars. Then Galamons is now 300% funded on Kickstarter with 24,886 US dollars pledged and 102 backers as of now. Okay, the Kickstarter will end on December 30th. So, guys, let's welcome Hussein Elbeheiry. Hi, Hussein. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Ben?
I'm good. I'm good. I have a series of questions here that I think we can provide value to our viewers, especially those who wanted to support this Kickstarter. So let's go back a bit from your childhood.
hmm
Some of the creators, they started playing TCGs like other the famous ones, MTG, Pokemon, and the ones
hmm
that are popular today. And
Yeah.
when did you start playing TCG?
Wow. I started playing TCG in the second grade, actually,
Okay.
and in my country, Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh was the top TCG
Oh,
anyone
nice.
would ever want to play. Yeah. Um, the show was already on air by that time.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was so hyped about it. And I remember getting my first starter deck for Yugi.
Uh-huh.
And so I have a little brother, and we're 5 years different. I got my first starter deck. He got his first starter deck to play together. And to be honest, I absolutely loved the feeling of playing trading card games, right?
Mm.
And I think for years I've been playing Yugi, right? Until middle school, and I stopped playing trading card games. I'm not sure if it was because school made me like really busy
Oh, yeah.
or yeah, and I had other interests at that time. Then in high school, the game Body Fight came out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was made by Pushy Road. My little brother came to me and he said, "Hey, do you want to go back to playing trading cards game?" I told him, "Yeah, sure, but do you have something in mind, like something really interesting?" He said, "Yeah, there is a game that I saw. It's called Body Fight, and I think it's like the type of the TCGs that we will love." I
Uh-huh.
told him, "Yeah, sure." So I watched a couple of YouTube videos about it, the unboxing and the show as well, and it was absolutely amazing how they made the cards. Like, in my personal opinion, so far from all the TCGs I've saw, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, I played with Pokemon a little, different
Mm-hmm.
card games, but nothing I played a lot except Yugi and Buddy Fight, and now some Digimon as well. But Buddy Fight had the highest quality of the cards I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Is
don't
it
know if you,
the thick ones
it
or the
is
printing?
no, the card stock that they're using is nice, heavy. It
Uh-huh.
doesn't feel as light as Pokemon. It doesn't feel as squishy as Pokemon. And
Oh.
the way they made the rare foiled and the gold engraved cards, it was absolutely amazing. Like, I need to show you my collection one day.
All right.
So yeah, I played that for a little, and then they shut down.
Oh no.
Sadly, yeah. So I before before Digimon came out, this is where I started thinking about Galamons. Let me know if you want me to start the story on how I came up with
Yeah,
Galamons.
but did you play digital games?
On the PC, like trading card games on the PC.
Yeah, yeah,
I
PC.
I I I played Pokemon TCG on the PC. I played the Magic on the PC as well. I didn't play the physical game. I played the PC version.
The arena.
Yeah, the arena. And
Okay.
there was a couple of old TCG games. I'm not sure if you'll be familiar with them. It was named Battle Fork. It was an RPG TCG together. It was
Okay.
something amazing as well, but again, got shut down. All the good,
Yeah.
all the good stuff goes to an end.
Hundreds of TCGs have been shut down. I've seen on
Yeah,
the online, and there's a lot of lists. Yeah.
yeah.
And how did you came up with the Galamon?
So Gallons came out of absolute passion, like really. It wasn't as a business, it wasn't as a profit point of view, it was just
Hmm.
absolute passion. Um, I wanted a trading card game after Body Fight got shut down, right? I wanted
Yeah.
something that I feel like I'm interested in playing. I bought a couple of trading cards. I bought Digimon, the Japanese edition, because they didn't have an English version then,
Hmm.
which is 2 years ago. I played the new Yu-Gi-Oh starter decks. It didn't feel quite as fun as the old days, you know. So I tried mocking or like creating some samples in on the computer, right? Print them of a trading card game that I just have in mind, right? It didn't have a name, didn't have monsters. It was just I was basically taking what I wish it was in those TCGs. For example, when I was playing Body Fight, I was like wishing, oh, I wish if there was evolutions, because Body Fight didn't
Oh,
have evolutions, right? When I playing Pokemon, for example, oh, I wish if there was something like that.
yeah.
When I was playing Digimon, oh, I wish if there was something like that. I took all my wishes in all these TCGs that I've
Hmm.
played, and I made a mock draft, just a printed version on papers, and I liked it. I was like, you know what, this has like, yeah, this may one day become a
It
thing,
worked.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a couple of printing suppliers here in the US. It's very expensive, but but I
Hmm.
needed to try it in real life, right? But before doing that, I needed artists, right? Someone who
Yes.
can draw
Correct.
something that amazed me. So I went on freelancing platforms. I like drawings personally, but my drawings isn't any way near professional. Like it's nothing professional at all. So I posted a job offer,
Hmm.
someone to draw monsters. I didn't put too much details. That way I don't like throw the idea.
So you hired someone?
Monster, yeah.
You had full
The first
time.
beginning, yeah.
Nice.
No, it was per project. First
Ah,
thing
okay.
was per
Yeah.
project.
Okay.
I hired someone. A lot of people applied with their samples. Nothing like really caught my eye except one person. His name is Omar, and I gave him like ideas from top of my head about what I want the art to look like. I like extreme looking monsters, like how you see in the background right now,
Yeah.
like just amazing brutal
Yes.
dragons and stuff, right? I told them the idea. The Galamon on the right, the ice dragon, was my first ever drawing.
Ice Dragon.
First illustration. Yeah, the ice
Okay.
dragon in the background. It was the first illustration ever.
Right
I
here.
told them, hey Omar, yeah, uh, amaze me, right? Like you got my ideas, you know what I'm thinking on about right now. Just give me a sketch and show me the best you can do, and I promise you, if it's amazing, are we gonna continue working together for a lot of projects. He made the Galamon, and it was amazing. It amazed me. I was like, this is a like a corporate level drawing
Ah,
right there.
okay. So you said, this is it. We're going
Yeah, like
100%.
I'm going like fully in, right?
All right.
So I hired him for a couple of drawings, couple of drawings until I felt like I have enough to make two starter decks.
Mhm.
And designed the cards. Kept thinking a lot, but designs changed a lot since then. And then finally, I printed my first samples from that printing supplier here in the US, and it was too expensive that it costed $50 per deck
Oh
because I'm
man.
just printing two decks. Yeah, it was expensive.
So what is the timeline now? It's what year is that?
That was 2000, late 2018.
Okay, yeah, 2018,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I've been hiring artists to draw Galamons, and I designed the cards and the gameplay, testing, printing, testing, printing, I think for about 10 months before I even announced the game. I've been
uh-huh.
like almost a year just developing the game, just for fun. I
Yeah.
didn't even think it would like make success, for example. Play with my little brother, play with my friends, play with my family. Every time, oh, I think like for example we're playing a game and then there's a rule that doesn't just sound right,
Yeah.
we edit that, we go back to playing. If we
Mm.
think that there is a card just too overpowered, just gonna rule the game, we fix that, we balance it, and then I till finally I came up with the light and darkness starter decks, which was the first two starter decks ever.
Mm-hmm.
um, and launched my first Kickstarter. It was my first ever Kickstarter. Didn't have a lot of enough research and studies.
That's
The Kickstarter,
2019, right? Correct? 2019?
what I launched the Kickstarter 2019,
Uh-huh.
so a year after I finished developing the game. It didn't work out, that Kickstarter, for so many reasons. It was absolutely my mistake, all of them, because I didn't do enough research.
Yeah.
Um, Even though it didn't got funded, I didn't stop my passion. I just continued developing it with my own like. So I work, right. My salary goes, of course, for the house, for the family, and then whatever is
Yeah.
remaining, I put into Galamons. I continued developing the game until I was able to do the Ice and Magma starter decks with like mature enough starter decks and gameplay for players. I looked for a lot of suppliers, and I finally found suppliers that can make the price of the starter decks reasonable for players. I don't
Uh-huh.
want to charge a player $20 or
Yeah.
$25 just for starter decks. Like that doesn't make any sense,
Correct.
especially if you're trying to attract them, right? Like all the starter decks around the world is like $9,
Mm.
$10. The highest I saw body fight was $15 for the starter deck, for example. Yeah, so made these, published on the Galamon store, and I saw a lot of good like reviews. Some people email me like liking the game, the Facebook page and Instagram page. I saw a lot of people that genuinely like the game, like the art, like they think that this is the most amazing thing they ever seen in the TCG, and that inspired me to continue developing the game, to continue making it better, and to potentially run another Kickstarter, which is the one that we are in right now.
Uh-huh. So when you started selling it on the Galamons website, is it
Mhm.
before the COVID?
It was no, it wasn't the COVID. It was um, exactly, I mean, exactly 1 year from now, I believe.
So that
Or
was 2020.
yeah, yeah,
So
it was
probably
2020.
when COVID's starting to spread,
It
right?
started. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And COVID actually was a reason that I wanted to publish the game on the store.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 2018 I was developing the game. 2019 ran my first Kickstarter, which failed, and then I continued developing the game without any products online
Mm-hmm.
until 2020. And I didn't want to Kickstarter in 2020. I just published the game right away on Galons.com. because I had enough savings and
Yeah.
enough studies that I can finish it my own. And then yeah, on when the COVID started, we all got stuck in houses, right? Like we
Correct.
wanted something to keep us entertained, whether it's video games like trading cards.
Yeah.
I like to play video games, but just the feeling of the cards in your hand just isn't the same as video games, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
another
It's
story.
different. Yeah.
So I published the game because of I know a lot of people will be stuck at houses. Maybe when they want to try something new, maybe they are bored. You know, who knows? I made a good sales, and I was like, even if at some point it made a good sales in the beginning, and then it just stopped making new sales because it just reached, I think, the people that were interested in, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't care actually if it's being sold or not, because again, I'm doing it absolutely
Hobby.
passion.
Like
Yeah,
a
as a
hobby,
hobby,
right? Mm-hmm.
exactly. And then and in 2021, I was like, okay, I think now I'm ready to start another Kickstarter. And it took me, I think, 4 or 5 months to plan the Kickstarter, design the new cars, the Magma, the Mecha and the Thunder. Because I don't want to. When you launch something, Kickstarter has to be something absolutely new that isn't on the market and wasn't seen before. That's how you attract the backers, right?
Yeah.
And I already designed a lot of planets in Galamons. Like there is like a lot of factions that no one still knows of, but I already planned it. I'm just
Nice.
waiting for the right time to release them. I have about 200 Galamon designed already and ready to
Wow.
go, but I'm still releasing some by some just to keep the game healthy, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to like, boom, guys, take 200 Galamons. Like,
Yeah, I can
okay,
see on your previous Kickstarter that you have like lots of creatures there
the
that haven't
collection,
highlighted.
yeah,
It's just a silhouette.
yeah, yeah,
So
correct.
are those ready to release, right?
These are
And you're
ready
just
to
waiting
release,
for the
and
timing.
exactly, and that list doubled since the first Kickstarter. Like I already have another list that it's not even on the old Kickstarter, and it's very exciting. And the best thing is when I hire the illustrators, I don't accept the work from them until I'm really amazed by it, right?
Wow,
So
that's good.
I can tell you that these 200 gallons, each one is absolutely amazing. Like each one
Okay.
has, it's like,
The
you know
best.
how some TCGs have like usually some main characters that have the best drawings, the best
Hmm.
illustration, the best alternate art, and then there is some filling cards that doesn't have a good art,
Yes. Yeah,
a monster that
I
looks like it
agree.
was lazy made. This is something I didn't like about trading cards or like the big companies. Like I want something that all the cards are lovable. All the cards are amazing.
Of
You
course.
build your deck as much as you want.
Even if it's a common card, uncommon card, it should be good, right?
Exactly, it should be good. All the art, in my opinion, are like very good. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can play with all of them. I can have if I can have all of them in my deck, I would have all of them in my deck. But that's just too much cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when I launched the Kickstarter, um, I had a lot of fans on my Facebook page and Instagram page from the previous years, and the Discord server didn't have a lot of people, but I had like the very loyal people that they were with me since like the first Kickstarter. Even though it didn't work out, they were just like helping and like trying to make the game work. When I launched the second Kickstarter, I saw a lot of new potential. Like it kept growing day by day, and then in 2 weeks, like in the first 2 weeks, it was growing with a normal rate,
Mm-hmm.
like let's say 10% every couple of days,
Mm.
and then suddenly, after the
Shoots
first
up.
2 weeks, it was something I didn't even expect it. To be honest, I
It's
didn't even
probably
expect it.
people are sharing it to their peers.
Yeah, and the Discord server exploded with people. Like I
Mm.
was like, okay, I need some time to respond to all these people and get to know all of them. And
Yeah.
I think we have in the Discord server about 60 people now, and I responded, I think, to every single one of them. And even some of them, they just personally DM me and I respond back. And right now I have two artists in my team. One is full time, and then the other is just paid by project. Omar is one of them, and then I had to bring someone in because Omar was overwhelmed with the amount of work that need to be done
Hmm.
when we had to bring someone else to help out.
So for now, you are the art director, or is someone is doing that for you?
Um, no, I'm doing almost everything except
Okay.
the drawing itself.
Hmm.
So for example, I give the artist the idea
Okay.
and a very low level sketch because I don't know how to draw like a perfect monsters, right? So I
Hmm.
just tell them that sometimes I take um, images of a pose, for example, like a dragon flying in a specific way that I want him to be flying. So I
Yeah.
just send that picture. Hey, do you see that pose? I want something like that,
Mm.
but with the sketch that I provided you. They draw it. They get back to me with a rough sketch. If I like it, they go forward with cleaning the sketch, and rendering the colors and everything. If I didn't like and there is something that has to be edited, or if they didn't get the idea correctly the first time, we go through the process again, and we repeat the process of the drawing again.
Hmm.
And then when they finish the art, that's where their part ends. Then it's my job to create the cards, the rarities, the gameplay, and everything else is it's just on me.
Yeah, I've seen that Galamon has like a style of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is based on your experience and what you like, right? Digimon as well. So I've
Visual
seen
as
it
well.
and I said, oh yeah, this is like Yu-Gi-Oh-ish kind of artwork. So how about the gameplay?
So the gameplay, it was as I mentioned, that it's like the pieces of the games that I wish they had, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, you start the game with 6 cards in your hand. If you have a stage 1 Galamon, then you play in the field. If you don't, you reshuffle your deck and draw another 6 cards,
Mm-hmm.
for example. The game can I'm gonna try to summarize it. So your goal is there is 2 planets, right? If you're
Mm-hmm.
in the magma planet, for example, playing with the magma planet, and your opponent is playing with the ice planet, then each planet has a health points, which is 10 health points. And this
Mm-hmm.
is an idea kind of from Body Fight, because Body Fight health points is that low amount. Like Yu-Gi-Oh
Mm.
has like 4,000, 5,000 health
Correct.
points and just like crazy numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Body Fight has, I think, between 10 to 20 health points, which is
It's
a
just
good
like that
spot.
Magic the Gathering Pokemon, I
Yeah,
guess. Yep.
exactly. So I started with 10, and you try to take the opponent's health to 0 by
Mm-hmm.
attacking the planet with your Galamons, and these Galamons damage the planet according to their stage. So if you're in the baby form, stage 1,
Mm-hmm.
this is where you deal 1 damage, for example, to the planet. The second form is 2, and then the adult form, which is third
Getting
stage,
powerful.
deal damage 3. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and each evolution, it just it's my favorite part of the game, the evolution part, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it takes the
Yep.
art to a whole another level
The excitement
until you're
of pulling
yeah
the strong cards. Yeah.
yeah, finally,
Mm.
because you can't evolve without having the previous stages in your
Correct.
field. You have the power stones to evolve, because even though you have the card, even though you have the evolution, you need the power stones to do that. Not like Pokemon, for example. Pokemon, you can evolve if you have the card, then you evolve it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, there is in the start decks, there is a single stone power stone, and there is the double stone power stones, and the double ones are basically counts as 2 stones, which makes the process of evolving a little faster if you pull the double stones cards, right? Like
Mhm.
it gets exciting if you pull 2 double stones. Okay, now I have enough to just fully evolve my
So
Galamon, for
it's
example.
just that is like a requirement to evolve something, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
you
is
can't
like an
evolve without a power
energy,
stone.
mana, what they call it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. You have the power stones, you can evolve, and each planet has its own specific type of power stones. For example, the Magma planet has the power
Mm-hmm.
stones, and then there is technically a Joker power stone, which is the Galaxy Stone. It's a purple
Mm.
stone which with all the elements inside it, and you can play that power stone with any type of Galamon. If it's fire, ice, steel, thunder, anything,
It's
you can use
universal,
it.
so that's why you call it
Universal.
galaxy. Uh-huh.
Yep. And because it has all the planets inside it, that's why it
Mm.
was called the galaxy.
Oh, got it.
And then you have the spirits, which are acting like a buff cards. There is it's like a spell card, but not quite as a spell card. That's why they have a different art than the spell cards itself.
Oh,
They
okay.
look like more like a spirit, like a fire spirit,
Mm.
but it's from the outer world. These spirits give a little advantage and flip how the game is going. For example, there is a spirit that can defend your planet if there is an attack going to.
Mm-hmm.
There is a spirit that can buff your Galamon's defense or attack points in this turn. So, for example, maybe you're getting attacked by a powerful Galamon that has a more attack points than your Galamon, but you have that buff card that can give you an extra defense points, and you can just cancel the attack. This is how you play it, right? Like
Mm.
you don't wanna lose your stage 3 evolution finally after you achieve that just by one attack, right? You just
Yeah.
wanna fight back.
So it's like,
And
can
there,
you play it like an instant?
yeah. So
Oh, okay.
the buff cards are instantly can be played as a counter.
Okay.
So you can use it in each player's turn. And this is in the how to play video on
Yeah.
YouTube, if you can link that as well.
Yes, I will.
And there is another spirit card that can bring some power stones from your deck to the play area, just in case having a bad luck by not getting enough stones to evolve your Galamon. You need something to give you a little advantage, like, oh, now I can finally get to the game, right?
Yeah.
Evolve my Galamon and get stronger and try to take down the planet. There is another spirit to draw a couple of extra cards. There is a spirit that gives you a double attack in the turn. There is a spirit that brings back stage 1 Galamons from the drop zone. Since you can't use any other evolution card if you don't have the stage 1, right?
Yeah.
You can't even if you have 3 stage 3 evolution cards in your hand, you can't play them if you don't have the original, right? You need stage 1 and then evolve it to stage 2, and then you can evolve them to stage 3.
So every card has
And
a prerequisite, like a stage 1
yeah,
should stage 2 will be dependent on stage 1, then
stage
stage
1.
3 to 2,
Mhm.
like that. Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
And so there's that spirit card that can brings back the stage 1 only monsters. That way, like you can get back to the cycle again,
Yeah.
just in case you lost all your stage 1 monsters. And then there is the spell cards, which were introduced in this Kickstarter, which usually have the art of the Galamons itself. So there is like the Thunder spell card. It's available on the Kickstarter. You can show that as well, and the Mecha spell card,
Okay.
which both have an advantage because of the planet type, and it can as well give a really good advantage in the fight to win a specific battle. And then so yeah, the power stones, the spell cards, the buff cards, the planet cards, the Galamont cards, and yeah, that's basically what the deck is made out.
That
And you
is
win the game
interesting.
by taking the opponent planet health life course to
To
0,
0.
or if your opponent don't have any more in his deck. For example, he used all his cards already, then you win by default.
So you're playing it as the main source of life is the planet, right?
Yep. And
Oh.
there is an interesting recovery technique, which each stage 1 Galamon you play in your area heals your planet by 1 life point.
Oh,
So
okay.
so you lost some points, but you can recover these points by playing stage 1 Galamons, right? That's why you try your best not to get stage 1 Galamons destroyed, because you need them to evolve to the next form to get stronger. So it's hard to get beaten. And then because you want something, or you want a Galamon that can hit the opponent planet harder, right? Like you want 3 health points by an attack. That's great, right? Maybe you can even have a double attack, and that way you can take 6 health points, unless your opponent have like a defense buff card, or like there is different strategies that you can counter. Each player can counter each other, which is interesting, really. Like me playing with my brother, we got like sometimes I feel like I'm winning and I'm the creator of the game, and no,
Yeah.
he comes back with a strategy like, nope, you're not winning this time, like that.
Yeah, so if your card or if your deck is already powerful and you have the most powerful in your playmat, will you be there will be a chance to be killed or to decrease your all Galamons?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. So there are
So
cards to counter those powerful
yep.
cards as well. Nice.
There is each stage 3 Galamon and
Uh-huh.
stage 2 Galamons. So stage 1 Galamons, its ability is to heal your planet.
Mm-hmm.
That's its own purpose, to heal the planet and to evolve, of course, to other forms.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from stage 2 and stage 3, each Galamon has an awaken ability, which is a skill, technically. And you can use that skill by sacrificing 1 power stone. And those
Okay.
skills usually are the unique ability of that Galamon. Like, I think through the 200 Galamons, you
Mm-hmm.
can maybe find 2 or 3 duplicate skills. Can you imagine how many unique skills there is?
And it's only for a certain Galamon?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And there is some have the exact same ability, but that's very rare to find. Like, really, like most of them have like unique abilities.
Yeah.
So for example, there is abilities to prevent you from attacking from 1 turn. There is abilities to buff your Galamon even further, even though you don't have the spirit card that can buff the attack and the defense.
Mm-hmm.
There is a skill point that revives your Galamon if it got beaten. You can just revive him back to the play area.
Yeah.
There is a skill to double attack. Even there is a skill to triple attack. There is
Oh, nice.
skill to shield another Galamon in your play area. There is a skill um, to paralyze a specific opponent Galamon for a couple of turns. It's like there is hundreds of, like thousands of possibilities that you can counter back in the game, even if your opponent has, let's say, all fully evolved Galamons, and like it's not the end until it's the end, right? It's not like you can't be sure that you won until like you're winning already, or like you have the opponent's planet to 0, and
Well,
that's I think something interesting in the game.
well, that's good. And also for other TCGs like Magic the Gathering, once you don't have enough mana, then you're done, right? Even if you have the most powerful card,
Yeah.
and then you're done. So the requirement of a stage 1 is a stone, or you don't need
No,
any stone. Okay, that's
no.
good.
As stage 1 stage 1 Galamons can be played without any requirements, and that's why they have the more number in the starter deck,
Mm-hmm.
because these are the source of the gameplay. If you don't have stage 1 monsters, you physically can't play anything, right? In the play area, except spell cards or buff cards. But there is 4 copies of the stage 1 Galamons. Because of that, you need stage 1 monsters to carry the game to the next level, and to the next level, and to the next level. And
And
yeah, stage 1.
and each unique card, what's the maximum that you can have it in your deck?
You can have
Until
four
4?
copies of each card. Yeah,
Until
you
4.
have
Okay.
4 copies of each card, and alternate arts counts as a whole different card because it doesn't have the same awaken ability. It doesn't have the same attack power or the health points.
So it's totally a different,
a whole
technically
a different card. Yeah.
Okay. How about the rarities on these cards?
So the rarities in like the starter decks that I've released so far, which is the Magma and Ice, there isn't like a lot of different rarities as I wanted to. It was technically the first initial release for the game, right? And usually the stage 3 monsters are the rarest Galamons, and that there is also rare stage 2 Galamons. I don't have any rare stage 1 Galamons yet because I want to provide the players with as much stage 1 Galamons as much as possible, because again, this is the source of the gameplay. You need them in the fight. And in the new Kickstarter, which is the one that we are on right now, there will be Awakened Galamons, which is a whole new technique in the gameplay. It's another stage 3 form Galamon, and those Awakened Galamons have a unique ability of them already, from the name, they are already awakened. So they can use their awakened skill without a power step because they are already awakened and they are already in the awakened level. These forms are like, I'm not sure what's the term. It's gold infused cards, right? It has the gold foil on them. This is how rare they are. Just has the gold foil, and in the starter decks, this is the rarest you can get, the gold foil, and these awakened Galamons have a whole different life points and attack points, and they have a whole different art. And in the booster box, there will be holos and there will be gold foil cards, and we don't have the full card list yet in the booster box, but we are planning to have about 20% to 25% holos in the booster box, and then the gold foil ones will be like a 5% chance to get them, because the gold foil are the highest rarity possible, and then there is the holos, and then there is the normal cards. And I wanted to give all the players a chance to have the gold foil cards. That's why one copy will be included in the starter deck.
Nice.
To have it like I have a gold foil card, right? Like I have a rare card, even though I'm like I didn't buy a booster box or I didn't buy booster packs.
Yeah.
And that's something I want to tell all the players. Like Galamons is different than other games because we're not trying to make it impossible to the players to collect the Galamon that they want, or like the holos cards. It's gonna be very possible for you to get the cards that you want. Very possible for you to collect all the holos you want. Very possible for you to get the gold foil cards that you want. And I this is personally something that I would love to have in other TCGs that I've been playing. Like it's not fair for me to buy like 50 booster boxes just to get one card that I wanted. Like it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, there's also some like the Flesh and Blood, they have like 1:40 ratio to pull that rare fabled card. Yeah, it's really really difficult. So, and also, do you have a box stoppers on this?
Box toppers, you said?
Yeah, box toppers.
No, not yet. We're studying like a booster pack that can be included with a booster box purchase. But because we don't have enough let's say we don't have the enough number that we're looking for to get the booster boxes or the booster packs that are just as a booster box topper, because these need like you're gonna be printing them in a very low quantities, right? Because it's just gonna
Yes.
be one per booster box.
Right.
But sadly, in the printing, our manufacturing world, the lower the quantity is, the very high cost
Correct.
it
Yeah,
brings.
that's why it's
And
expensive. Yeah.
yeah, so we may skip it this Kickstarter.
Uh-huh.
Will be sufficient with the booster box and the Magma and the Ice booster packs that can be added as add-ons. And for stretch goals, which already have been achieved, there
Yeah.
is a Thunder and Mecha booster packs that will be free to all the players that pledged
Mm.
and reach the stretch goal, because these packs are not going to be sold anywhere. It's just going to be sent to the packers because of the stretch goals. The only thing you can buy as an add-on is the booster box itself for the Thunder and Mecha, or the booster packs for the Ice and Magma
Magma. Yeah.
season.
Okay, so I can see some products that are available now on the Galamons. But what is the difference between these products to the Kickstarter?
The Ice and Magma
Yeah, I
difference
can
between it and
see
the.
there's Ice and Magma, then Snowstorm booster pack, Triple
Mhm,
Fires,
mhm.
and then Ice
So the
Starter Deck.
snowstorm,
Yeah.
the snowstorm and the triple fives booster packs that were on the website are sold out. Like that stock was sold out, and there won't be any more.
Okay.
The ones on the Kickstarter have more Galamons
Uh-huh.
cards new in it, and they have the holos rarities in it, and all the Kickstarter products will have the green K symbol
Oh,
on all the
that
cards.
is good.
And so the snowstorm and the triple fives packs have, for example, in the original website booster packs, there was, I think, like 10 possible Galamons that you can get in the booster pack. We're
Yeah, 10
upping that
cards.
to 30 in
Wow.
the booster packs on
Okay.
Galamon on the Kickstarter, to even give it such like as many different cards as possible. One of the other things that I don't like usually in the trading cards is too many duplicate cards, right?
Yeah,
You
correct.
don't want you can be buying one booster box, right? And then you can find half of it is just duplicates.
Yeah,
And it gets sometimes annoying, right? Especially
correct.
if you're even passing the 4 copies of each card. So I'm trying my best to provide new cards as much as possible and as fast as my artist can work,
Uh-huh.
just to eliminate that problem in the booster boxes or the booster packs.
Okay, so can we say that the ice is is a set, and then Magma is another set? Is it
Mhm.
individual sets? So
Yeah. So
in each set, like ice and Magma, how many cards are in there? Like the unique cards?
the set itself,
Yeah, in a set.
there
Yeah.
is there is in per set there is 2 Galamons with their evolution chain, and the evolution chain is for example in the Magma and Ice are 3, so 6 cards. Yeah, 6 Galamon cards
Mm-hmm.
unique, and there is 4. No, there is 6 unique spell cards, and then there is 2 unique Power Stone cards, and then there is the Planet card.
Okay.
So so 12, 14. So yeah, 15 total unique cards in the Ice and the Magma. But in the Thunder and Makeup, we introduced 2 new spell cards
Uh-huh.
and 1 new Galamon's form, which is the Awakened form. So that takes the unique cards from 15 to 17.
Oh, okay. So so that means the previous ice and Magma doesn't have any booster boxes, right? Because I can't
No,
see any
no,
products
no.
here. So it's just the starter kits
And
or
that's just
something.
the starter. Yeah, just the starter set,
Starter
and
deck.
then the
Yeah.
booster packs that were sold on the website, and then the booster packs that will be sold on Kickstarter. But the starter decks for the Ice and Magma on the website are exactly the same as the ones that will be in the rewards in the Kickstarter.
Oh, but
The
with
starter
the
decks
letter
itself.
K, with the letter
No,
K
the
label.
starter deck won't have the letter K. The booster packs will have letter K and the holos.
So that means
The
we will expect our package to have those with the letter K and ones without the letter K, correct?
yeah, if you selected the reward pledge that has the ice and magma starter decks,
Yeah.
so just the ice and magma starter decks won't have the green
Okay.
letter, but the thunder and maker for sure will have
All
the
right.
green letter, and then we'll have also the gold foil, and
Mm.
all the booster packs will have the holes and the gold foil and the green K, as well as the thunder and maker starter decks.
So it's just like saying that if you get the Kickstarter, you will have a free
Exactly.
preview set. Okay, I
Yeah.
got it.
It's technically this is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see also on the Kickstarter that you have a limited gold prestige edition, and then you also have a collector edition. But they have both $38. They're, they have the same price, but they have the same different label. So can you explain about that?
Yeah, so this is the gold prestige card, right? It's
Nice.
a full metal.
Yeah, I
Had
love that.
featuring the weakened Thunder Tempest Dragon on
I
it,
really love that. Yeah.
and this is only 99 copies
Okay.
in the world. And so these two reward tiers are exactly the same. The difference is one of is super early bird, which if you got to buy the first 90 rewards, then you get one for free with your pledge. And that's why the max.
Sorry. Is that the limited prestige gold edition?
Yeah, let me double check.
Because there's a collector.
Exactly.
The collector. You said that if you get the first,
not the first. There is a 90 limit reward, and then there is a 9 limit reward. Correct.
90. Yeah, I can see
and
it here.
the limited prestige gold edition has 90 limit, and it's exactly the same as the collector. It's exactly the same as the collector edition. The difference is it's gonna have this card with it for free.
Yeah, collector has 400 limit, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have the gold card.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so if you're lucky enough to get to the first 90, then you get this card in the limited prestige gold edition. Right now, we have 15 rewards left out of the 90.
Yes, I can see that. Okay, I got it. So that means the limited gold is more, it's better
for the early birds. Yeah,
the collectors.
Yeah, the limit.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It has the free token.
But even the collector's edition, it says, oh no, the collector's edition is already still have more, 395 left. So you can still get that. But the ones on the light limited prestige gold is 15 left. Wow. Okay. So that's nice. I really love that gold card there.
Thank you.
Is it metallic, the whole thing, or is it just the film on
No,
top
the
of
whole
it?
thing is metallic. No, the whole thing is metallic. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's all metallic.
I'm just thinking that maybe you can also do a metallic planet, because you don't have to put your planet on your deck to shuffle it, right? Because it's there. Yeah. So if it's a metallic, you can put it there, or maybe if you want
this is actually a really good idea.
Yeah, a planet that is in a slab, in a BGS, something, you can still play that, right? Because it's you can put it on your arena or battlefield. Okay, so
yeah,
and after I get this this tier, can I still add after December 30th, like a backer kit?
No, we're gonna stop
okay,
any add-ons from the time that Kickstarter ends, just for us to be able to know exactly how many quantities we're printing, because there is a limited quantity, and we don't want to pass the quantities that we promised the Kickstarters. And these quantities are available in the Discord server under Brent Ron's channel. So as soon as the Kickstarter ends, nothing can be added after. we will start sending to our suppliers the requirements and the numbers of each of the products that the packers bought, and then hopefully we can even ship it before the estimated shipping on the Kickstarter.
And it will end. What was the promised
May
shipping?
May 2022.
May. Okay. And may I know where do you not the exact company, but
Mhm.
what country or what place are you printing this Kickstarters or
Well,
your products?
this one we're printing in China,
China.
as they
Okay.
provided the best cost-effective products,
Yeah.
and they already made the Magma and ice, and the quality is really good. Like the quality is way better than I expected. When I received the samples, I was like, okay, this is a very good quality. And I'm receiving the gold foil and the holos cards soon.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get those, we'll decide if I'm gonna keep continuing with that supplier or I'm gonna have to change it. But as soon as I get those samples, I'm gonna share it with you guys on the Discord server.
Nice, nice, nice. So I assume that you are going for a thicker card version because you said it's not like, Pokemon, it's like
No.
so
hmm
thin. So
hmm
like 320 GSM.
Actually, the Magma and ice is 350 GCM, and
Wow, that is
yeah.
thick.
Yeah, and
That's cool. Yeah,
expensive. The price difference and the thickness of the card, like it's really high. But in my opinion, it's totally worth it. Having a card that is not so squishy, and a card that you can shuffle right away without having to be too scared that you're gonna bend it or like
yeah.
be bent easily. To me, is it's worth it. That extra cost that we're gonna be putting in is totally worth it.
Well, people are putting it on the sleeves anyway. So,
It's true.
and the
It's
shuffling
true.
is not like the playing cards that like bending it.
Yeah.
Some people do that, but for me, I cringe when I do that because it bends my
Yeah.
collections.
It does bend the cards, and I don't like it either as well.
Yeah. So, uh, do you have any other products like of any merch around Galamon, like from other TCGs? They have T-shirts,
Uh,
play
there is
mats.
a
Yeah.
there is a T-shirt for Galamons, and that's for the limited Galamons collector tier, which is all gone now. It was just for 9 packers.
Oh,
Yeah.
so bad, so sad.
Yeah, maybe will be available later, but for now it's just for packers, and it's
Uh-huh.
actually what I'm wearing right now.
Oh,
This one.
wow, nice.
Yeah, and the playmats, that same tier will get a playmats for Galamons as well. But all packers, since we reached all the stretch goals, will get a limited Galamon sleeves, and those sleeves have holo effects on them as well.
Wow,
Like the
okay,
back of the sleeve, like,
nice.
and instead of having a normal back,
Yeah.
it's gonna be holo because of the sleeve. So
Oh, okay,
it looks very
cool.
good in real life. I can't wait to show you guys. And this is for all backers,
Wow.
because of the stretch goals
Okay, and
for free.
and are you planning for not next year, but in the future cartoons for this?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest, but
But that will be
let's see
cool,
how
you
it
know?
goes. Yeah, it will. Let's see how it goes. I'm trying to focus as much as possible on like the products that we're giving for the packers, and I personally can't wait to get to the day that I'm gonna receive the final product so I can finally ship it to you guys.
Yeah. And you said that you have a day job and then you have this Galamon as a hobby.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
once you finish the Kickstarter, so will you still be have both?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm developing Galamons for as long as I can. For many years to come and many months to come, I'm gonna still develop Galamons. The question is, for example, let's say in 8 months or a year from now, will
Uh-huh.
I publish the new product on the website or start a new Kickstarter? That's depends on how well this Kickstarter goes. I mean, right now it goes very well, but I want to
Uh-huh.
make sure I fulfill my promise by delivering the products in time. And if that happened, then I may start a new Kickstarter next year, which will have the long waited and people all over Discord and Kickstarter messaged me about bringing back the Light and Darkness starter decks, which was the first Kickstarter.
Oh,
And
okay.
because the first Kickstarter didn't go funded, I never printed these, and I went with Magma and Ice, and still people asking for the Light and Darkness starter decks because it has absolutely gorgeous art as well.
So you did not put it on this Kickstarter? Like,
Oh, the Light and Darkness starter decks, it has a special place in my heart. Like this
okay.
has to be its own Kickstarter because
Oh, got it.
the art on them it's just amazing, and I'm actually developing them at the same time I'm developing Thunder and Mecha Star decks. Like I already created a couple of Light and Darkness new cards that I'm thinking of adding to the revived set when it gets released maybe next year.
All right. So is it a subset of the light and darkness, or is it another
No,
set?
no, it's the Light and Darkness sets, but just a newer version
Uh-huh.
with let's say the original art, and it has an alternate art as well
Okay.
for the new year and the new backers.
So any other expansion sets after that? Like, have you
Um,
planned something?
yeah, I'm still it depends on how well the shipping goes and everything. It may we may release another booster box, but it's not 100% guaranteed yet. I personally want the Kickstarters or like the Kickstarter pledgers to feel special, right? Like they
Yeah.
pledged in the game, they get something that very exclusive to them, and that may not be available anytime.
Yeah.
And for example, like almost 2 years passed since the Lion Darkness started decks, and I didn't still release them anywhere, even though a lot of people is asking for them. But it was something exclusive as I promised, and
Uh-huh.
but since no one got them, it's acceptable to redo them because no one originally got them,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. Okay, and also tournaments on 2022 after the release on May. So probably fall, right?
Yeah. I think tournaments is a very essential part of any TCG
Correct.
card,
Yeah.
and I would like to research this more. I would like to find some good organizers as well to
Organized
host a
events.
lot of tournaments because I want it to be with accessible as possible to all the players that have Galamons, right? I don't want it to be in like, of course, we can have virtual tournaments
Yeah.
over the cam if you're not in
Correct.
like since in case COVID didn't get any better,
Uh-huh.
then and then of course if I even can host a couple of Kickstarters, I mean sorry, tournaments in the US, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I know so far I received a couple of offers from stores in Canada that they are asking me to give them a retail product to for them to sell in the stores, but I didn't agree because it's a Kickstarter exclusive
Oh yeah.
text
That's
and
good. Yeah.
booster packs.
That's a good move.
So yeah, so whatever you guys are getting in this Kickstarter, it's not available anywhere. This is a
Nice.
promise, and it's not gonna
Exclusive.
be available anywhere. Yeah.
Very good. Thanks for that. And then regarding the distribution, will you be going to the distribution model, which is the standard one, which is distributor, LGS, retailers, and then goes to the consumers? Then, or are you going to the galamons.com solely?
So
Yeah.
I'm for now. Galamons is only Kickstarter and Galamons.com.
Okay.
Maybe in a year or two can be available retail, but it just depends on it depends on how, if I mean, if the Kickstarter and the Galamons.com is sufficient enough for the players, then I don't think there is any need for it to be retail. Like if it's already accessible to all the players. But I know that a lot of the problems comes with international shipping.
Uh-huh.
Um, so if for example, let's say there is a big player base in Canada and they would love to have the cars, but without having to worry about the shipping and the shipping time and the shipping fees,
Yeah.
then yeah, I would for sure study the possibility of it to be in a retail store there, for example.
So that means you're open for those online only, without the brick and
For now,
mortar.
yeah. Yeah, for now it's only online, Galamons.com and the Kickstarter, of course, that we have live right now.
Okay. And if, for example, if me, I would like to have like an online store and get products from you, is that are you okay with that, or do I have to have a brick and mortar? Because
We
other
can have
TCGs
to,
do that. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it first and see what products are available that are not Kickstarter products that you can have, for example, in your online store or physical store, for
Oh
example.
no, not I'm not talking about a Kickstarter, but on the next, like the next
Oh, in the
sets.
next years, yeah, well, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, if the product is there and um not you personally, but like your store is like
Yeah.
willing or wants these products, then yeah, sure, we can we
Oh,
can
nice.
discuss we can discuss a deal for that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And then we're gonna go for the community. You have a Discord channel, you
Mhm.
had this server, and then what other communities do the Galamon have? Do you have Facebook groups or something?
Facebook and Instagram
Oh,
and
okay. You have Facebook
Discord.
and
That's it.
Instagram. Okay.
Yeah,
So is
Facebook,
the
Instagram, and
Facebook
Discord.
the Facebook one is some everyone can share their
Mhm.
photos there, something
Yeah, so
nice.
that the Facebook and Instagram are made for like uh, yeah, like it's basically to promote the product, right? Because not
Ah,
everyone in
yeah.
Discord, and you can't promote on Discord really. Discord is made for the already made community, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
if you already have a community, then you guys share and grow together. But to get new communities or like to get to the new fan base, you need something on social media. And
Uh-huh.
since Instagram and Facebook are basically the same company, so I had to make pages on both of them. That's just a lot easier to maintain.
Okay. So, Hussein, can you invite the viewers right now to the Kickstarter and your other products?
Yeah, I hope you guys join the Kickstarter before it ends because it's only 1 week left, and I would recommend going for the Gold Prestige Edition first because that's a very unique reward that it's not gonna happen except once a year.
Wow.
So try to find to try to get it. Yeah.
Okay. And it will be ending on December 30. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
put this video out there as soon as possible. And also I can put some description there, all the links that you had
All right. Thank you so much.
discussed, mentioned. And then yeah, and that's it. Thank you so much, Hussein, for your
Thank you so much
time.
for having me, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Thank
really
you
like
for
chatting with you.
all right, thank you. So guys, thank you for watching our video chat with Hussein, and I hope you support the Kickstarter. And I can tell you that this is a really good product. Looking at the samples, the videos that he showed, that they have unboxed some cards there, and the quality of the card, I can see it that it's thick, and the metal gold. Oh man, I really love that. So guys, thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye, Hussein. Bye, guys.